So, how about a Kizer? Hey, I've never seen a box like this. This is so different to me. This is a KI3401A1. Uh, and this box has kind of got me tripping. But look at this thing. I got this on the secondary market. It was repped as new. It's got the screws in it, the cleaning cloth. Let's see if the knife matches see if the curtains match the drapes or the rug or what. Look at this thing, man. It's all dimpled up and it's rough texture. Like at first glance, I would have thought that was really smooth, but it's not. It's super rough and grippy. Definitely a factory edge. Still got the made in China sticker. It's in, this is a Rugiata. Man, you tell me how to pronounce that and we'll both know. But it's in S35VN, full titanium pocket clip. I don't see any wear on the clip. There's no wear indicators on that blade. Definitely a factory edge. Yeah, very cool. And of course, it's got that old school Kizer Hinderer kind of vibe going on. Definitely on washers. Yeah, it is bound up, bunched. I can't get it to roll like that, but I'm pretty confident we're going to be able to improve the action here considerably. Yeah, it's thick. Very cool though, but this dimpled texture is super rough. Let's see if I can get my nail to make noise. Yeah, really rough. I love it. It's wonderful. But with the action being that bad, hollow ground, drop point, jimping, really locked in up under there. But hey, let's get in it. Let's see if I can't tune this thing up so the action matches the awesomeness of this. A Rugiata. So this is pretty stiff right here, but it's coming out the correct side. I just think it's got some Loctite on it. I don't see any on the screw, but it sure acted like it did. And I believe these are all T8s. Yep. Everything but the pocket clip and the metal insert, I believe. Which I don't know that we'll need to remove them. Well, actually it's coming out backwards. Hopefully we can flip this. Yeah. But it's all coming off on the one side, so that's a bonus. Yeah, it's on lockdown, man. All of that is locked together. Well, let me see if I pull these, if it'll help. Well, they all came out. Well, let's get a pry bar. Which one do I want? Let's try this one. There it goes. Just need a little coaxing. Okay. Well, so we're captured on this top scale, so it's all going to be down to the pivot. My guess is, let's see, big washer, little washer down here at the lock bar. But my guess is, yeah, so This has got to come in from that other side because it captures that scale. So, I mean, we're kind of locked down with what it is. Yeah, single washer up against the titanium and then up against the blade. They're not very shiny, so we'll polish them up and hopefully that will positively impact this action because it is not very good. Now, it could have been too tight, might have been part of it. We shall very soon find out. It's got a ceramic ball for the detent. Wonderful anodized job here. Beautiful. And the way that this is stonewashed on the inside, I'd almost think that these definitely, after the anodizing, these tumbled. Would be my guess. All right, we're going to clean up these washers and then I'm going to polish them. I mean, they're not hideous, so we'll see. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to improve this much or not. Let's go with a 3000 grit belt. I mean, it felt pretty smooth. I think I felt maybe the slightest little burr. Turn it a few degrees. Yeah, no burr on this side. I mean, definitely changed the, yeah, a little bit of a burr on this side, on this one. Felt a little rough when I started to go. Not a lot of pressure down with my finger. Just a little tiny bit. Yeah, no burr on this side. But, I mean, I'm definitely shining them up. I think I'm going to run this side just a little bit more. Okay. Man, I'm tempted. I don't want to go crazy, but I think I'm going to try to smooth this blade off. It's got that stonewash right around the pivot. I'm going to try to stay very localized around it and see if I just can't smooth that up just the slightest bit right there. And it definitely did, so I'm going to do this other side. Give that washer a little better surface to run on. Okay. And then I'm going to run on the titanium as well. Which I don't think it has as much of an effect on that titanium as it does on the blade, but I'm going to do it anyways. Kind of what I mean by that is I don't think I'm accomplishing much doing the scale here. But, I mean, it definitely looks different, so, you know, maybe. We'll see. I mean, it's either going to run better or it's not. And will I be able to say, well, it's because I did the scales too? No, I won't. Because it might just be the washer that does it. You know what I mean? All right. Well, let's get our assembly on. That's what I don't like about doing a knife this way, is because I'm fighting the pocket clip and the pivot and all kinds of stuff. Now I could take the clip off, but I'll try to run it without it first. All right, let's put a little bit of lube on the scale. And I'll probably over lube this piece, just because I want to try to get it to run right. Or better. How about that? I just want it to run better. Doesn't necessarily got to run right. Just let's improve it. Oop, let's get a little bit of this down on the blade. Okay. Ta-da! I'm going to put the pivot in. I'm not going to make it tight, just kind of snug to hold all that in place. Because if that pivot pin pushes out, it'll rotate. And then it'll get out of alignment. So I want to get that squared away first. All right, let's do all these body screws now. Or let's do 2 of them. How's that? And then we'll check that action. Make sure I don't need to maybe take some off of that lock bar, the detent, whatever. So I'm going to put the knife on lockdown here with these 2 opposing screws at this point right here. What a unique piece. I mean, it's definitely a unicorn. I've never seen this model. Now that doesn't mean much because, you know, I kind of recently started really collecting these Kizers. And so the fact that I'm not familiar with the knife don't mean much. Yeah, that action's not improved much. Now, how tight am I? I'm super tight there. Better. I mean, the blade's really centered. There's no wiggle. I mean, it's definitely improving. So I'm going to go ahead and put these screws in because these back screws can help. Because right now, all that tension is forward from here forward. And so I believe by balancing that lockdown to the back of these scales helps action on a washer knife. Let me be more specific. And even more specific, I'm not saying it helps on every knife, but some washer knives, I have found it definitely assists them to run smoothly by getting the proper tension in the back of the scales. Even the pocket clip was a T8. Okay, let me check that now. Oh, almost. I mean, this is a straight up washer knife, man. There is not. It's becoming more hydraulic, but it is not drop shut or any of that. That's not happening here with this piece. But it's definitely improving as I function the knife. So I think I'm gonna move on, and we'll just grade this action. All right, let's do that. Let's put a letter to it. Thumb flick works well. Spidey flick works well. Access to the lock bar. This is lowered, scalloped on this side. So very intuitive, easy tension there, easy to get in there and unlock that. I mean, it's closing with a few shakedowns now. That I can fail instantly. And I can't just with my finger. I can if I light switch it. If I press hard enough, I can get that to go. I just felt the lock bar under my fingers. Maybe that's part of what I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, it runs better if I keep my fingers off the lock. How about that? It's very close. I mean, I'm going to give it a B. Yeah, it's about a B action on this. It's nice. It's above average on a washer knife, and it's nice, but that's taken into account the whole knife. Using a little ethanol here. Something tells me that the scales, like, I can't tell. I can't tell if they're dirty or clean or how much hand oils, whatever's on them because of the texture. So I can't see if it's clean. So it just dawned on me, I'm going to disinfect that. There we go. Now I'm going to disinfect my hands. How about that? Doesn't do much good to clean the knife and then not clean my hands because whatever was on the knife was on my hands. Okay. Now if I touch my face, I'm not going to freak out. How about it? Let's talk ergonomics. So there's not so confident, confident, very confident. And this knife and this shape goes whoop, yeah, all the way to very confident. Man, am I locked in here. Nice jimping on the scales and the blade on the spine. And so the thumb has a great platform. It's not quite combat, but it's close. You know what I mean? But it's nice tension and grit. And then just this shape and the lockdown of the fingers behind that finger guard. Very confident grip here. Super strong. The reverse grip, I mean, money, dude. Yeah, this is legit right here. And then this, not so much. Yep. Yeah, very cool. Let's check pocket clip. Thick stuff. Yeah, no issues. Runs wonderful. It's going to be a little light in the tension department, I'm afraid. No, it's good. Yeah, it's got good tension. It's not great tension. I'm not going to call it a dryer clip or F5 clip. I mean, I've got and it's a cool look. I mean, looks cool in the pocket. I dig it. Yeah, it's acceptable. What about safety? Can we make blade contact anywhere? No, the tip's secured down below the scales. The clip's good, and I'm confident I can handle this knife any old way I want without contacting that blade. Yeah, I wonder now if that factory looking edge is sharp. Let's find out. Yeah, it's crazy sharp. Wonderful. All right. Well, let's wrap up. KI3401A1, the Ruggiata. Is that how you say that? Ruggiata. Hey, price and availability. All right. Well, listen, I've never seen one before. So my guess is going to be, just on the rarity of it, it's going to be 125 plus. That'd be my guess. It's a medium-sized Kizer in the realm of this style of knife that they were building. Maybe 7 to 10 years ago, 5 to 10 years ago. It's pretty common shape for those knives. I've got a bunch of them that are just like this. Some a little smaller, and definitely some larger. So this one I'm going to put in the middle at like a medium, a small to a medium, somewhere in there. But yeah, it's wonderful. Very unique. And like I say, I'm going to say definitely north of 125, maybe north of $150. I, you know, would it freak me out if I saw this 175 plus? I don't think so. It's just that unseen before. Like in all my collecting Kaisers, I'd never seen it. When I saw it, I had to second take it and go, is that factory? Or did somebody customize that? But yeah, legit. Hey, I appreciate you watching my little Kaiser show. Take care.